What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy the D here, aka the Ultimate Dragon Slayer. Know it's been a while, but we have new Monster Hunter news, and you know I like new Monster Hunter news. But anyway, before we get started, like, comment, subscribe if you want to be notified of when I post videos. If you like what you heard, because you know how this works, podcast style, gonna loop the trailer in the background and just gonna talk to you for a little while. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the Game Awards were like half a week ago, 5 days, something like that. But yeah, so we got a new teaser trailer that showed a new monster. So we have the Elder Dragon, Malzeno. We know that Shogun Senator is coming back, and now we have another Fanged Wyvern, Luna Garon, who's in the Garon family. I don't know, I just like saying it like Odo Garon. I don't know, just had, it makes me, it gives me that like Mexican Spanish type of feel when I say his name like that. Odo Garon. We got Luna Garon now. But yes, have a new monster. Also, I know Gaijin Hunter on Twitter pretty much revealed this like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, pretty much Capcom had a little riddle, and he deciphered the message that pretty much kind of confirmed what this they confirmed before this reconfirmation that yes, this game, this expansion, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, will take place in Rondine's home country. And let me delve a little deep into that before we talk about the trailer itself. So apparently, which I missed this, like I said, I have my feelings on Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which I'm going to get into in this a little bit. Not going to hash that video out. That was like an hour I talked about the fucking game. But anyway, so apparently with Rondine, when she first came to Kimura Village, she actually was under false pretenses looking for strong hunters, but throughout sometime, I think either before the story or during the story, she kind of felt bad. I was like, yo, I'm not who I say I am, and I think y'all should know this. And everybody was like, bro, we fuck with you, it's cool. She's looking for hunters, which kind of explains this. Now, in the trailer, we have a young woman who is giving the narration in the ecology video. So in base Rise, all of the ecologies were done in the style of haiku. Like, haiku, the traditional form of Japanese poetry, which I don't think they might have been perfect haikus, but they were in that traditional Japanese style, especially with like the shamisen, and just how that worked. But here we see, I don't know if it's iambic pentameter, I really didn't analyze it that hard, but she's describing the moon in relation to the monster. Remember, Sunbreak. And even then, the moon giving off silver light over Luna Garon, who is an ice element Fanged Wyvern. But also, it kind of tells me that there's going to be some, the moon's going to play some part in this. Because also, when we saw Malzeno in the little Transylvania-like dilapidated castle before, the moon was red. Coincidence? Potentially, but I don't think so. I think there's something up with the moon, which yet again, during the trailer, continuing on, it looks like the potential hunter and Master Utsushi are in the shrine ruins, that first area outside of the camp, and Utsushi is about to get got by not Malzeno, by Luna Garon, and someone who looks like Rondine. So either Rondine's got a sister or a cousin or somebody like her, or that might be Rondine. Like maybe she heard about, because what it's looking like, it's like Luna Garon is gonna be kind of like who is that? I think it was Beototos. Like how Beototos was one of, if not the first new monster that you encountered. Like in going from World to Iceborne, Beototos was one of the first monsters you encountered in Iceborne. I think Luna Garon is going to serve that kind of purpose, kind of to ease you into G rank, master rank, for those of you who are uninitiated. So yeah, so she comes and she is wielding a sword and shield, which, thank you. Look, I'm a sword and shield main, sword and shield love. Gang gang. But yeah. You know, she pretty much, she saves Utsushi, which I think he could have potentially dodged, you know, without her help. But she goes on to hold you and Utsushi back, saying that this is a royal matter, which goes back to Rondine's backstory. She comes from a country where the queen, or the monarchy, which I think in this case is a queen, employs the hunters of the nation, the knights, to hunt monsters. So yeah, so either that's Rondine or that's like a family member of hers. But anyway, so yeah, so I guess that's how the story comes in. Like one of the monsters from, I guess, the new world, well, not new world because it's not the new world, from this other area, continent or whatever, got over there and she came to fight it. And now, you know, she comes and she gets your help, because at the end of the trailer, because the trailer was only like a minute long, so we don't have much to go on. But yeah, so you're on a boat with her and I think a couple of other people, and she goodness, and she's saying, okay, we're almost there to the port of El Gato. Not El Gato like the cat in Spanish, or El Gato like the capture card company, but El Gato, ELGADO. So that's gonna be a new port city. Like how, at least for me, like remember I started Monster Hunter 3, so we went from having Lock Lack City in base 3 to Tanslar Harbor in 3 Ultimate, and even in Iceborne we went from the gathering hub in Astera to that place in the Hoarfrost Reach. I really don't remember it. I haven't played Iceborne in so long. But yeah, so pretty much we're getting a new port. A new like port city, which it's cool because even the new place, like in Iceborne, like I don't go to Astera anymore. I always start from the new place. But anyway, and this confirms something, because I know a lot of us, when we saw the trailer, we saw like, okay, Malzeno is based on a vampire. That's like, I think specifically fucking Dracula. So that's Malzeno. And it's looking like Luna Garon is based on a werewolf. Which, like I said, I could be wrong. That could throw some like, oh no, it's supposed to be a direwolf or some shit. But I'm thinking werewolf due to this connection with the moon. Because when the moon comes out, that's when it starts getting ice on its body. So it's probably gonna be like it's probably gonna be like Velkhana in that respect. Like it uses ice to, you know, fortify itself. But yes, so they're like the cutscenes, the ecology videos are gonna be based more on like English poetry, like, well, European poetry, I should say. But also the monsters in Base Rise are based off yokai, while here in Sunbreak they're gonna be based off more European mythological creatures and cryptids. So we got the vampire and the werewolf are two of the most well-known quote-unquote cryptids, like mythical creatures in any medium ever. I think from fucking Europe to Japan, America to India, everybody knows the vampires. And even then, there are multiple versions of the vampire. You got Chinese vampires, you know, you got the old European vampires, and you probably got others. So there's that. So we probably look forward to like a standard ghost, maybe a zombie, because there is a zombie dragon. If you ever read Monster Hunter Rise, there is a zombie dragon in the universe. Whether they want to use that or go another route, they could. They could do like a Medusa, that's more Greek, and this is supposed to be more European versus Mediterranean, but it's fair game. They could do griffins, well, a griffin, like the Loch Ness monster, which I'm still working towards getting that that Monster Hunter Rise wants video. Well, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak wants video, because there's old monsters I want back, and yeah, there's some stuff. So Loch Ness monster, underwater combat, you already know it's coming. Frankenstein, and somebody was saying they made a list of like Frankenstein, then Frankenstein's monster, because everybody thinks Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster are one and the same. They actually aren't. Frankenstein made Frankenstein's monster. You know, the big motherfucker with the bolts in the head and the, you know, who got woken up by electricity. So there's that. So that could be either a subspecies of Gauss Rag or like something to that effect. I'm trying to see, are there any other monsters? Like I said, we got the vampire and the werewolf. They got them out of the way quick. Like I said, there are ghosts, there are gorgons, which, yeah, again, Medusa. Got your zombies, your ghosts, your skeletons, the undead, which wouldn't be necessarily undead, just undead-like. You got your swamp monsters, which I don't even know if that's necessarily European. But yeah, look, point blank period. It's looking like they're leaning into European folklore, and that's gonna be cool. Hell, we have a unicorn. Well, one that isn't fucking Kieran, because I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten quite accustomed to not having to break my balls fighting Kieran. Jesus, God, Kieran. If they have to have another unicorn, please don't bring Kieran back. Can we get another one? Look, Kieran, God, Kieran. But yeah, like, I mean, they get like some people like, as far as like dragons, they really can't do. Well, they can do dragons, but we have a bunch of fucking dragons. If they want to just do a plain dragon, we got Malzeno, who's a vampire and an elder dragon. Then we got other dragons, such as Alatreon, Fatalis, which we might be getting Fatalis again, and oh god. Still haven't fought him in Iceborne. I mean to do that before Sunbreak comes out. But yeah, trailer was pretty substantial without being substantial. It confirmed some things. We got to see a new monster, and hype is just building up. Hopefully we get some more news soon, probably like in January, February, like they did last year, leading up to the release of, excuse me, not last year, this year, leading up to the the release, I can speak, I promise you, of Rise. Because last year, because I did an actual, a discussion of the VGA Awards trailer for the VGA 2020, now with VGA 2021, another trailer. So probably like in January, February, we're gonna be getting some more news, and I look forward to it because yet again, Rise, at least for me, I'm pretty much done with Rise. I just need to grind all the weapons that I use up to their maxes, you know, pre-Sunbreak. But yeah, so yeah, that's gonna pretty much be it. Yet again, I'm very excited. The Lunar Garden looks dope. I'm excited to learn more about Elgato and this new land that we're going to be inhabiting. Because I think this is the first time in Monster Hunter history, which, don't quote me on this, because I haven't played all of them. I did play 1 or 2. But this is the first time where the hub has been somewhere completely different from the base hub. Pretty much what I mean is, I think, like, it looks like we're going to a different country. Like I said, Loch Lac and Tonslaw Harbor are are somewhere near Moga. Both of them are. Same thing with the base hub from 4, which I never played. They never released in America. But then for Ultimate, which I played. Same thing with Iceborne. World and Iceborne. The hubs are on the same continent. So hopefully that'll bring some new, of course we're gonna need to get some new characters, you know, add to the cast. Oh, and also one little tidbit. It looks like they may employ some type of new system. What I mean is, going back to Rondine, apparently she was trying to recruit the old blacksmith due to his skill. It's reminiscent of werewolves and sometimes vampires. I know werewolves for sure. In folklore, they are stated to not like silver. Like, you know, you have to use a silver bullet to kill them. I know in some instances, like, depending on who's telling the story, vampires have that same thing. So I think we may be getting something very reminiscent to like Y Stones from back in 4U. Yet again, this is for my veterans. If you played 4U, you remember Y Stones using that to get monsters out of the apex status. So pretty much they become normal and you could actually damage them. So yet again, for my vets, Y Stones. We could be getting something like that because, you know, yet again, she was looking for somebody like him who could make strong weapons and metalwork. And also learning about their government, their system of Monster Hunter. Because that's the thing, because so far, the guild has been far-reaching. From Monster Hunter 1 to Monster Hunter Rise, base rides, everybody's operated the same. You know, the guild is the one overarching entity where all these villages and whatnot, they feed from the guild. So it's interesting to see a different system. Who knows, maybe a future Monster Hunter game will take place there and it'll kind of turn things on its head. But without further ado, I think I've kind of rambled on long enough. Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. And if you, like I said, if you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe. I'd definitely like to hear from you. Tell me what you think. And without further ado, this has been your boy, the D20, signing out. See ya.